Welcome! I'm so thankful you decided to stop by. I'm going to make my afternoon cup of coffee. I hope you'll stay with me and grab a cup of coffee and join me. If you don't enjoy coffee, I'm sure a cup of tea will do just as well. I'm going to give you some tips on how to weave in the ends of a large corner-to-corner blanket project. The one I'm working on today used a lot of colors, and there's a lot of ends to weave in. So I've decided to make it a mindful project that I spend some time in prayer while I do it. I started this project a couple of years ago for my brother and his wife. My sister-in-law had a miscarriage, and I know how badly they want to start a family. So I began this blanket as a prayer journey, praying for my brother, his wife, and the dreams they have. Now they are in the process of adopting a little boy who's due to be born in February, and I get to finish this project and send it to them. I can't wait to get this gift in the mail to them to celebrate this new stage of their life and the new little person they're bringing into their family. I feel like a lot of us came into this new year a lot like this blanket. We look complete, we're ready to take on new projects and goals, but upon closer inspection we find maybe we're still not finished. Maybe we're struggling to recover from an illness. Maybe our faith is shaken. And maybe we are carrying open wounds from emotional trauma we experienced. Just like weaving in these ends will take long hours of quiet work, so will healing from the events that have scarred us. Don't do as I did, shoving this blanket aside because I had other goals and I didn't want to take the time to weave in the ends. Don't rush into the new year, eyes so focused on our new goals and desperately seeking new experience to help us forget. Take time to heal and take time to process what has happened. One thing that has helped me lately in my devotions was in 2 Corinthians 7, the verses 5 and 6. Paul had gone to Macedonia as God had instructed him, but when he got there, he didn't feel fulfilled. Instead, he wrote, outside was conflict and inside were fears. I feel like many of us can relate to that today. But God did not leave Paul feeling alone. In the next verse, Paul wrote, God comforts the downcast. All right, let's take a look at these ends because I have a lot of them to weave in today. We are going to need a pair of sharp scissors and a blunt-tipped yarn needle. I like the metal ones. I've put a link in my bio for the needles and for a case so you don't lose them. Start by threading your end onto your needle, and we are going to weave this end through the base of the 3 double crochet stitches closest to the beginning of the yarn end. After bringing the yarn through the base of the first 3 double crochet, we'll find the next set of 3 double crochet stitches where the base is close to where our yarn end is now, and we'll weave our yarn end through the base of those 3 double crochet stitches. After going through those 3 stitches, we want to return weaving our yarn back underneath the same stitches we just finished. However, we need to skip one first. By skipping one and then weaving the yarn through the same stitches we've already gone through, we anchor the yarn end and secure it. You'll notice in some of the corners I'm picking up a couple of just extra strands of the yarn to carry it through to the next set of double crochet stitches. This is just to keep the blanket from pulling weird or puckering. You can skip this step if you want to, but I find it gives a nice finished look. Let's take one more look at that. So we're going to start with the set of double crochet stitches closest to where our yarn end is. We'll go through the base of those stitches. Pull that snug. Then we'll look for the next set of stitches where the base is close to where our yarn end is now, and we'll go through the base of those stitches, like this. That extra string is in my way, but don't worry, we'll get that taken care of. Just a quick tug and it's pulled through. We're going to skip one stitch and return back through the stitches we've already weaved our yarn through. The more times we skip a stitch and return, the more secure your yarn will be in the end. Some people like to use a dot of a soft fabric glue on each of their ends and attach it to the blanket. I've not actually had any experience with this. I usually have good success just weaving them in tightly. However, if you are concerned that maybe your project will undergo hard use, or it will be washed frequently, or maybe you're just not super confident with how tightly you weaved in the ends, go ahead and pick some up and see if that does the trick for you. Always weave your yarn end under the stitches that are the same color. If you weave the contrasting color under your main color, it'll show through. Keeping them the same will give you a nice uniform appearance.
Close your eyes, get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad day, but I'm right here, it's gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul, hold my hand, don't let go. I understand. I know it hurts, it wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
I stayed up all night working on it, but finally I had every last one of those ends completely tucked in, nice and neat. I can't wait to get this packaged up, to send it to my sister-in-law, to my brother, and to their new precious little baby. I hope you've enjoyed the time that we've spent together this afternoon. I'm so thankful, so very thankful you took the time to spend with me while I weaved in, woven in, weaved in, you know what I mean, the most ends anyone has ever seen. But it's done, and I can't wait to show it to you. so beautiful. I love it. It's big and it's cuddly and it's so comforting. And if I could leave you with one last thought today, it would be to remind you that the love of God is like a cozy blanket that comforts us in the fears and the conflicts of life. I hope you'll stick around next week. Like, maybe subscribe to my channel, and we can hang out. I'll be posting regularly on Fridays more of these crochet tutorials or vlog style devotionals. I'm not sure what to call them, but I had fun making it, and I hope you had fun here today too.